Although there is nothing that requires the legislature and their staff to take drug tests, Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz decided to submit himself to a drug test, and his staffers followed suit.
But that I was willing to submit myself to a drug test. And when I said that I was willing to submit myself to a drug test, my staff all volunteered and said they would submit. So I agreed to pay for the drug test, and yesterday all five of us, went over and had our drug test.
The Vice Speaker says all of them passed with negative results for methamphetamines, amphetamines, cocaine, opiates, and marijuana. Two of his elderly staffers in their mid to late 70s were not asked to take a drug test because the Vice Speaker felt it would be insulting to them. The drug testing won't stop with the Vice Speaker's office, as even Speaker Wonpat has now called on all senators and legislative employees to be tested for drug use, beginning with her office.
We just want to make sure that the public can feel confident that every one of us are drug-free, and especially because, you know, it is this body who actually creates, and introduces and passes legislation specifically even to drugs. So we have to be able to walk the talk.
The Speaker says she was already working on changing the standing rules of the legislature to require drug testing for the legislature, but will now be proffering an amendment to do just this. Meanwhile, Governor Calvo says he's glad to see that the leadership of the legislature is moving in the direction of ensuring that they have a drug-free workplace. The executive branch, on the other hand, already requires that employees be screened for drug use prior to their employment.
Moving forward, I think it's important that that we have in place a policy where there is, random, but also regular drug testing in all positions in Gov Guam. And this is something that we would like to effectuate in our administration. We are working towards that end as well.
Governor Calvo says that this is something that can be done administratively. The biggest hurdle is overcoming the cost of administering these drug tests as frequently as they would like to. However, they have already been conducting random drug testing in the executive branch.
By and large, many of those that have been tested are negative, but those that have been tested positive, action has been taken.